What if the trusted environment you placed your child in turned out to be hiding a sinister secret? This is the story of a father whose instincts led him to uncover something chilling at his daughter's prestigious school. An act so shocking, it will leave you questioning the systems we trust. Before we dive into this heart-stopping story, comment below where you're watching from, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more real-life tales that keep you on the edge of your seat. Malik and Jasmine Weston had high hopes for their 10-year-old daughter, Amara. After moving to an affluent, progressive neighborhood, BMF Elementary was their beacon of opportunity, a school where Amara could thrive both academically and socially. Her teachers often praised her as an exceptional student, and her parents couldn't have been prouder. At a recent parent-teacher conference, Amara's current teacher glowed with praise, calling her a leader and an inspiration in the classroom. They were introduced to her next teacher, Mrs. Miller, a seemingly warm and experienced educator. Everything about the school, the staff, and the community reassured Malik and Jasmine that they had made the right choice. Amara was equally excited about the transition to Mrs. Miller's class. She went to bed that night bubbling with enthusiasm, her parents feeling a deep sense of contentment as they tucked her in. The following day, Amara came home from her first day in Mrs. Miller's class. But something was off. Usually vibrant and talkative, she walked in with her head down and went straight to her room without a word. At dinner, her parents noticed her eating with an unusual urgency, almost as if she hadn't eaten all day. When Malik asked how her day was, Amara gave clipped responses, avoiding eye contact. "It was fine," she mumbled, and retreated to her room. Alarm bells went off in Malik's mind. Amara's behavior reminded him of a dark time at her previous school when she'd been bullied. Determined not to let history repeat itself, Malik decided to investigate. The next morning, Malik offered to drop Amara off at school. After seeing her off, he parked near the school, resolved to observe from a distance. Throughout the morning, nothing seemed amiss. Amara played with her friends during recess, and her interactions appeared normal. But when lunch began, Malik noticed something unsettling. From his vantage point, Malik saw Amara receive her lunch. Unlike her classmates, who were served standard meals, Amara's tray held something grotesque, a fried frog. Malik's blood boiled as he watched her sit alone, staring at the meal in silence, her classmates casting furtive glances at her tray. Unable to contain himself, Malik stormed into the cafeteria. "Amara," he called, his voice steady but filled with barely concealed rage. His daughter ran to him, her small body trembling as she clung to his waist. "What's going on?" he demanded. Through tears, Amara whispered, "Mrs. Miller said this is what people like us eat." Malik's world shattered. Without hesitation, he reported the incident to the school principal and called the police. Officers arrived to gather evidence, including the tray and testimonies from other students. Mrs. Miller, confronted with undeniable proof and eyewitness accounts, was arrested for committing a hate crime. As Mrs. Miller was led away, Malik held Amara close, vowing never to let her endure such hatred again. The school administration promised reforms, but Malik and Jasmine knew the damage had already been done. In the days that followed, the Westons focused on helping Amara heal. They sought therapy for her and became vocal advocates for systemic changes in the school. Malik and Jasmine also made a point to remind Amara that her worth was not defined by the cruelty of others. "Amara," Malik said one evening as they sat together, "you are smart, kind, and brave. What happened isn't about you, it's about someone else's ignorance, and we will always stand up for you." Through their advocacy, the school implemented new training programs for staff and strengthened anti-discrimination policies. The Westons' courage and resilience inspired other families to speak out, creating a ripple effect of change in their community. This story is a reminder of the vigilance required to protect our children and the power of standing up against injustice. The Weston family turned a heartbreaking experience into an opportunity for growth and change. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that challenge and inspire us all.